Good morning everyone. I Dr. Rekha Thote, gynec endoscopist and obstetrician, welcome you to the YouTube channel of Progressive Thane. Today I am going to discuss about the procedure called hysterectomy, that is removal of uterus. Now removal of uterus, that is hysterectomy, is very commonly done surgery nowadays. Why, how and what are the repercussions of the uterus removal of uterus, that we are going to discuss in detail. If you have any questions after the session, you can contact me on my number or email me. I can definitely solve your queries. Now uterus is very integral part of woman. Now every month every woman bleeds for about 3 to 4 days, and that is called as a menses. Now anything abnormality happens to the uterus, the first symptom is irregular menstrual bleeding. So commonly hysterectomy is done maximum time is in the case when the patient has uncontrolled uterine bleeding, which is not managed with the medicine line of treatment, or we can say it is not controlled by the medical line of treatment. Medical line of treatment means hormonal treatment. In such a case, the patient bleeds lot. Some women bleed for about 10 to 15 days, and per day they changes 10 to 15 pads. Now this bleeding is definitely which is not controlled with the hormonal treatment. We need to remove the uterus as early as possible, because if she bleeds for so many days, her hemoglobin is going to drop every time and other part of her body will get suffer. Patient will have a weakness, patient will have a easy fatigability, and many problems will arise because of a low hemoglobin level. So in such a patient, the first line of treatment will be the medical line of treatment. But if it doesn't respond to the medical line of treatment, that means if with the medicine also, hormonal medicine also, if the patient's bleeding doesn't control, we always recommend the patient to go ahead with the hysterectomy. Now post-menopausal woman, when the patient has a post-menopausal bleeding, that condition also, it's a very crucial case where every time when the patient has a bleeding, we have to certain that if there is any cancer of the uterus is going on, that we have to find out. Certain investigations will be done in such a case to find out if the uterus is normal or not. If there is any abnormality going on the uterus, in such a patient also we recommend to go ahead with the hysterectomy, so that patient will have a permanent relief. Certain time when the uterus has a large fibroid and that also doesn't respond to the medical line of treatment, and patient is complaining about the symptomatic fibroid, that means patient has a pain, patient has a heavy bleeding because of that fibroid, obviously we remove there is a surgery available for the removal of fibroid only and keeping the uterus as it is. But sometimes the fibroids are so many, it is not possible to remove only fibroid. In such a case, we ask the patient or we advise the patient hysterectomy, that is removal of uterus. Now if you have decided, or if your doctor has planned for the hysterectomy, what are the investigations one should go? Now hysterectomy is fall under the category of the major surgery. So the pre-operative investigation will be to see whether her all systems are working normally or not. For example, we will do a ECG to see her heart status, we'll do a X-ray chest to see her lung status, and various blood investigation to find out whether her liver is functioning normal, whether her kidneys are functioning normal, or whether other systems like hemoglobin, platelet counts, and also on. These are the pre-investigation we do for every patient. Before surgery, one medical physician, a medical doctor will examine the patient to see whether this patient is fit for the major surgery under anesthesia. Now this hysterectomy is done under either of the two anesthesia. One is that spinal anesthesia or general anesthesia. Anesthesia is given through the IV line, where patient is given certain injection or the medicine. So patient is in deep sleep for about 1 hour or 2 hours. After the procedure, again another injection will be given and patient will be awake. In spinal anesthesia, a medicine is injected in your back and the lower portion is get anesthetized for about 1.5 hours, and meanwhile the surgery will be done. Now there are two ways of hysterectomy. One is an open hysterectomy, other is a laparoscopic hysterectomy. Now what is an open hysterectomy? Open hysterectomy is that we make a cut on your abdomen, we approach the uterus, we separate the supports of the uterus and we remove the uterus through the same incision and we suture back. Now other method is a total laparoscopic hysterectomy. That is a newer and more advanced technique. In that case, we make a nick on the abdomen, a 1 centimeter hole just above the umbilicus. Through that, a telescope or a scope is introduced. Behind the scope, we apply one camera so that whatever the internal vision we able to see on the screen. There will be 3 holes on the on abdomen. Through that, we introduce long instrument inside the abdomen, and we through the tip of that instrument we cut the support of the uterus, and this uterus is removed through the vagina, the way the baby delivers. Now this is a newer and more sophisticated technique, and it is more advantageous for the patient because the post-operative pain in this procedure is absolutely negligible, as against the open surgery where there will be lot of pain post-operatively. The reason is obvious because there will be a big cut on the abdomen. There are the 5 layers of the abdomen we cut. We go inside, we handle the internal organ, we cut, we remove, and then we again resuture that 5 layers of the abdomen. So handling in case of the open hysterectomy, open type of the hysterectomy is more, and post-operative or morbidity, what we say in our medical terminology, are more in case of the open hysterectomy. Laparoscopic hysterectomy is usually done. It is done under the general anesthesia. It takes exactly 1 hour or more than about 1.5 hours if there is a lot of adhesions. Usually we remove if the hysterectomy is advised before the menopause. That means the patient has not attained menopause, but there is a some problem with the uterus and doctor has advised the hysterectomy. In that case, we don't remove ovary, we keep the ovaries there like that. But if the patient has attained the menopause, if the patient is more than 65 or more, then the ovaries are not functioning. In that case, the ovaries are removed at the time of the hysterectomy. Now, about hysterectomy, in our society there are a lot of misconceptions are there. Like after hysterectomy there will be weight gain, there will be loss of sexual activity, there will be dryness in vagina, there will be increased frequency of urination. Now these are all symptoms of post-menopausal symptoms. Usually when the person or a woman attain menopause, after that there will be dryness of vagina, increased frequency of urination or hot flashes, what we say, is not because of hysterectomy. Definitely not because of hysterectomy. So whenever the ovaries are functioning, we always insist the patient to keep the ovaries behind because they are still working. So these all symptoms, postmenopausal symptoms, will not occur to the patient. So if you have any queries regarding hysterectomy, laparoscopic hysterectomy or open hysterectomy, what are the ways or precautions one should take, you can feel free to contact me on my number. My number is 9820465803 and my email address is drrekhathote@gmail.com. Thank you very much, and thank you Progressive Thane for giving me opportunity on the YouTube channel to connect with you all. Thank you.